this podcast that I have been listening to for a very long time, and I have started to fall out of resonance with it because I have started to see where there is some internalized misogyny, and just some other things that are not appropriate, okay, and that I don't need to be listening to. Okay, where before I was just like, oh, it's just here and there, which there's no excuse for any of that, right? But I was like, there's stuff everywhere about this is so saturated into like all forms and facets of media, but honestly that was me making my own like excuses about certain things, right? Because I really do love comedy and I love to laugh, and there's sometimes a difficulty in finding like things that are in 3D, if that makes sense, that don't have facets of that in it. And that's not coming from a judgmental space necessarily, because I'm sure that I still have internalized things that I'm working through to release. But what I do know is that listening to things like that is not helping. Okay, so it's driving it in deeper. And so when I was listening to it, I could literally feel it pulling down my frequency. I was like, oh, this does not feel good. I was like, turn that off like immediately. And I felt so much better. And I was like, you know what? I still want to listen to something. What can I put on that will raise my vibration or my frequency? And so I put on this energy healer who she's great, and she was talking about how like we are the creator of our reality, and she was talking about quantum shifting and parallel timeline jumping and all these things. And I was like, oh, I said yes. Like, this is getting me back to where I need to be or where I want to be with my frequency. And then when I get back up in those higher realms, I'm naturally going to attract things that are in more resonance with my soul essence. And so I'll find maybe some comedy that is of lighter vibrations and frequencies, or just have different experiences throughout my day, because I consciously decided to pivot my frequency when I felt that it was drooping down. Okay, and then I was about to go into some like lower planes. And can we always do that? No. Okay, sometimes we're just making these like snap things, because there's lessons in that, and it's part of the human experience, and we don't need to feel super shameful and guilty when those things happen either, because it's just life. Okay. But when you do have the opportunity and you notice like, I don't want to go down that timeline, that's not for me, babe, then you can make a different choice and completely shift the trajectory of the rest of your day.